In this video, I am going to discuss how don't care conditions are used to reduce the expressions by Karnaugh map method. What is don't care conditions? In some logic circuits, certain input conditions do not produce any specified outputs, that is neither 0 nor 1. These conditions are called don't care conditions and they marked as X in the truth table. The same way in the K map it's marked as X in the corresponding boxes. We can consider X as 1 while grouping in the SOP expressions, and also we can consider 0 to group 0 for grouping POS expressions. So the example for the don't care condition is 8421 code. This 8421 code has 4 variables, so we can make 16 combinations, but the 8421 code has only 0 to 9 combinations. This 10 to 15 combinations are still there but not used. These combinations are called don't care conditions. One more example is in XS3 code we are not using some combinations, that is 0 to 3 and 13 to 15 combinations also we are not used. These combinations are still present but we are not using. With the help of these unused combinations, we are reducing the logical expressions further. That combinations are considered as don't care combinations. In these questions, the don't care combination is represented as D. 6, 12 and 13 is considered as don't care combination and this is the SOP combinations. Now in the truth tables we are writing X in the don't care combinations. 6 it's represented as X and 12 and 13. These are considered as X, that is don't care combinations are represented as X in the truth table as well as K map. K map also it's represented as X, 6, 12 and 13. Now with the help of this don't care combinations we can reduce the expressions. Now let's see how we are grouping these 4 into one group. Now these three ones along with the don't care we are making as 4 combinations. So now the expression is reduced with the help of this don't care combinations. So the expression for this condition is E bar D and this one the expression is A bar and D. In these questions, the POS expressions are given along with the don't care combinations. The don't care combinations are 6, 12, 13 and from the truth table the zero cells are taken for the POS expressions and the don't cares are same. Now with the help of this don't care combinations we are forming the 8 cell grouping. These 4 and these 4 we are grouping into 8 cells and these 4 into another, these 4 zeros into another cell. So the answer for this one is A bar plus C bar and for this 8 cell grouping the answer is D. In this question, the don't cares are 4, 5, 7, 8 and 14. So we are grouping like this. We have made a group celling and these two are 4 group and this is 2 cell grouping. Now we are writing the expression for this one B and for this grouping A bar, C bar, D and for this 4 cell grouping A, C. Now in this expressions the POS grouping, so the POS grouping we made 2 cells grouping these two and these two and these two cells. So the answer is for this one A plus C plus D and for this one A plus B plus C dash. Now for this expressions A dash plus B plus C. Now in this questions SOP expressions with don't care, the don't cares are 0, 2 and 5. Now we can reduce the expressions in this way. So these 4 into one cell and these 4 into another cells. If you are not grouping, don't care is not a problem. So these two cells, the answer is AB and here CD. Sorry, this answer is A bar, B bar and here CD. And now the POS grouping, now we made it into 8 cells. These 4 and these 4 and these 4 into single 8 cell grouping, and these 4 zeros into another cell. So the answer is A bar plus C, and for this 4 cell grouping the answer is D. For this SOP expressions, the don't cares are 8 and 15. Here the 8 and 15 is there. So this one cell, we can, this red cell grouping, we can group these two ones, or we can group with 0 and 8 combinations. The two possibility of grouping is there. So all groupings can be made with two cells grouping. So the answer is written. Now in this question, the POS expressions, the same 8 and 15 is in don't care combinations. So these 4 into single cells, and this on a green color another 4 cell grouping, and this 0 we can combine with this one to make 2 cell grouping, and 7 and 6 another 2 cell grouping, and 2 and 6 another 2 cells grouping. Now these two, we have two possibilities to group. We can combine with 6 or we can combine with 10. Two possibilities are there. Then the corresponding answers are 8. Now for this SOP expressions, the don't care is 11. So with this, we are grouping into 2 cells, these two cells and these two. The answer is for this one A bar, C bar, D, and for here A, B, C, and for this one A, B bar and D. For this question same, the don't care is 11. Now we are grouping like this way, these 4 zeros into one cells and these 2 zeros another cells. Now this 0, with the help of don't care, we make it for 4 cell grouping. These 3, 2 and 11, 10 making us 4 cell grouping. This is another 4 cell grouping. And the answer is for this one C plus D, and here A bar plus B bar plus C bar, and for this one the answer is B plus C bar, and for here the answer is A plus C bar. Now in this question, the don't cares are 1, 2, 4, 12 and 15. So we are written. So we made it as one 4 cell grouping, and this is another 4 cell grouping. Now why I have written the dotted grouping is, we have two possibilities. We can group these two ones by these 4 cell group combinations or this 4 cell group combinations. Any one is okay. So the answer is for this one A bar, C, and for this red color grouping is B, D, and for this purple color grouping is B and C bar. So any one, both the answers are correct. Any one is accepted. Now for this POS expressions grouping, we make it as 4 cells with the help of this two don't care, another 4 cell grouping, another 4 cell. Now the answer is for this one C plus D, and for here A bar plus B, and for this one A bar plus C bar. For in this example, the don't cares are 1, 2, 4, 12 and 15. So we are grouping like this way, these 4 cells into one grouping, and these ones we can group with these two zeros. So with the help of this don't care, we made it as a 4 cell combinations. Now the output expressions are for this one B plus C, and for this one A bar plus C bar. In these expressions, the don't cares are 3, 9, 15. Now we are going to reduce the expressions. See, this is a 4 cell grouping, and these two ones and these two are combined into one cell, and these 1, 3 and 9, 7 is combined into another cells. Then the answer is for group 1 A bar B bar, and for this blue color grouping the common is B bar and C bar. Now the red color grouping B bar and D. In this examples, the don't cares are 3, 9, 15. Now we are grouping into 8 cells and 2 cells. The 8 cells, the answer is B bar, and for this second 2 1 cells grouping, the answer is A bar, C plus C bar plus D. In this question, the don't care is 4 and 15. So the answer we are making into 4 cells grouping and another 4 cell grouping. The answer is C bar D and here A bar B. Now in this one, the POS grouping, the don't cares are 4 and 15. Now we are making these 4 into one cell grouping, and these 11, 10 and 3, 2 into another cell grouping, and these 4 with the help of this don't care 4 we are making into 4 cells grouping. Now the answer is C plus D, and for this one the answer is B plus C bar, and for this one the answer is A bar plus C bar. Thank you.